It's your destiny to greatness with Dr. C and Brothers Keeper. Today,
a special tribute in memory of our loved ones we miss so dearly.
Next on Your Destiny to Greatness. And now, here are Dr. C and Brothers Keeper.
Hello, Brothers Keeper.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm doing well. And I want to say welcome to you who are watching another episode of Your Destiny to Greatness. Brothers Keeper, today I am really feeling this subject. I'm definitely in tune with this subject. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking today about the subject, I miss you. And not necessarily about someone who has willfully walked out of our lives, or just because we're away on a weekend or holiday and we're missing our loved one and friends. But today we're remembering our loved ones who are no longer here with us. And for that reason, we say, I miss you.
Yes. And we understand that on this day there are many of our military that are gone, who gave their lives for our freedom.
Yes.
And understanding, as you say, that their family really misses them. Their friends really miss them. And on the same note, there are a lot of soldiers for Christ that are going on.
Yes.
And their family misses them, and their friends miss them. I miss them.
Yes, and I do too.
Yes.
There's this young lady that I know, early 20s, and she, her grandmother who raised her passed some years ago, I believe probably when she was 17 or 18. And I know that each year, certain holidays, it's really difficult for her because she misses that loved one so very much. And there are others, even right now, who are at some point in time in their day or month, they struggle a bit because some of the people who were there for them, had their backs, loved and cared for them, are no longer here. Christ saw it fit to take them on with him. But even though we know and we understand that, and we know that one day that will be us too, that love, there's still a void in our lives. Have you experienced that?
More than once.
I thought so.
More than
I
once.
thought so. And the only reason why I say that I thought so is because I know a couple of those beautiful loved ones in your life that are no longer here. Your grandmother, such a beautiful lady she was. Your mom, and sometimes we were just thinking, and most people, called her Sil, and we talked, because she was the usher when I was growing up, and Lord knows, I was like, oh my gosh, I wish she would stop ushering back here by the door where I'm sitting, because she didn't let everything go. You couldn't sleep, you couldn't do a whole bunch of talking, but
playing.
No, I know but it wasn't just you, it was whoever. And when I think on those things, and I'm like, man, we don't have ushers like that anymore.
Yeah, just sit there and give you a look.
Yes. Yes, and it didn't matter that my mom was in the church or anybody else. It didn't matter. She was on her post. And I was like, my goodness. Like, oh boy, it's Sil's turn to usher. You gotta sit there, but good times. And when you can have those memories.
It's funny you mentioned that, because not only did I see the usher part of her, the evangelist part of her, also saw the mother part of her. I saw the disciplinarian part of her. I saw the loving part of her. Because, in a relationship, we wear many hats. But we have mustered up enough courage to know and recognize when and where to put which hat on.
Right. So
And
true.
when you're younger and you see them having that strong stance in your life, it's not so comfortable then. But as you get older, as you say, once they're gone, they have established something in you
Yes.
that will last you for a lifetime. And many people don't understand. I tell people all the time that money doesn't move me. I invest in people.
Yes, you always say that. And I know that to be
you have to
true
invest
of
in
you.
people. And she invested in people.
She did.
Because,
She did.
you know, the money, it could go away. That's temporal. But that successful mindset that you can implant in someone without them even knowing it, that'll last them for a lifetime.
Yes. Well, we have several things, excuse me, that has been instilled in us from those who are no longer with us, and it's helped to make us who we are. And I just believe that you are able to reflect and think on your loved ones. Well, that's what this show is about. It's okay for us to miss our loved ones. It's even okay for a time for us to shed a tear, because not all tears are sad tears. So what we're asking you to do today is to just connect with us as we remember. We haven't forgot. I miss you. We'll be back.
This 30-second selfie video is in remembrance of my grandmother. She was and still is a very important piece of my life. She's been one of my greatest influences, and I never really knew what not having someone there for you was until she left. But her presence is always with me, and I strive every day to make her proud. I love her, I miss her. Peace to you, grandmother.
Well, I miss you. And I know many of you have several people that you're missing. But I don't want you to get so far down where you can't come back up. I would love for you to think about all the wonderful things, the wonderful memories, because sometimes that's what keeps us going. I could go down a list, and I'm sure it would be similar to the same for me and for you. I miss you, Daddy. I miss you, Mom, Grandma, Granddad, cousin, brother, sister, friend, pastor. All of those, as I begin to list those, then I think about specifics and how good a time we had together. All the different things that I learned. Sometimes it's heavier than others. I can find myself driving down the highway and I'll reflect on something that my dad said or that he did. And it's more difficult than other times, but the main thing, Brothers Keeper, is that was good times to actually have someone there who loved baby girl. I mean, other than the Lord, I know I was at the top of that list.
And it's good for us to be able to understand that there weren't always good times, because we have to have the bad as well as the good.
No, they were
The
not.
bad come to allow us to appreciate the good. But it's nice when you can think on those good days, something you may have learned that you can implement in your life today, and from that day forth when you learned it, you just carry it on in your life, and you passing that bit of knowledge on to the next life, and your seed and your seed.
Yeah.
And I was looking up the word commemorate. We can commemorate their life and understand that we'll memorialize them by keeping their memory alive for those days that you might be talking. You remember when she said this or here she said that, and you can sit back and chuckle about it now, but it may not have been so funny then. But now
You're right.
And now you understand sometimes the lesson behind it, because we weren't able to conceptualize, if I may use that term,
Sure.
what was going on at the moment. But now that we're older and wiser, we can see and we can take that as a building point for those that we're trying to push to the next level. We can come off at, I'm going to say, that perch they put us on, and we can climb a little higher and put them on the next perch. Then they put who they're trying to train, and we can all keep moving up.
Keep moving up. And the one good thing, Brothers Keeper, is that those people that we think about and we're naming in our hearts, that they're actually, that they lived a life so that they would be missed.
Yes.
Because that's not a good thing if when you're going off the scene and nobody cares. So that's wonderful when we can miss them. And the thing of it is, sometimes we can come together and share in those moments and that glory and be able to help ourselves as well as somebody else. You mentioned about a point, something that we may have been taught or that we learned. One thing that my dad taught me from a young girl is the power of team. And I saw it more so this school year where other people was bringing it out. But he taught me that so long ago. Together, everyone achieves more.
Yes.
Together. So that's another reason why we're here. We're trying to do this thing together. Because we have something to be able to encourage you, and you have something as well to be able to encourage us or someone else, to let us know that we can go on and we can hold on a little while longer.
Well said.
Thank you.
I like
Thank
that.
you. Thank you. Yes, we can achieve more. And talking about encouragement in this time of memorializing our loved ones and friends, in 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, 2 verses can help us out. It says, brothers and sisters, we want you to know about those Christians who have died, so you will not be sad, as others who have no hope. We believe that Jesus died and that he rose again. So because of him, God will raise with Jesus those who have died. God's got them. And we can not only meet up with Jesus, but we can meet up with our loved ones again. So it's no time to throw in the towel. My dad's gone and I just can't make it anymore. Yes. With what we've been taught, we have to make it so that we'll be able to see Jesus and to see our loved ones.
And if I could piggyback on that,
Sure.
that is their desire. That is what they're training us for. That day when they're no longer there, that we'll be able to go on without them and press forward. Because I stated one time before that each parent, know in the back of their mind there may be a day that whatever they're trying to teach us, they may not be here when it finally comes to fruition. But if they could press the thought out there, understanding and have the faith that it will come. They plant them seeds and hoping that there are other individuals around with a little bucket of water, bucket of water of wisdom, and it will help it flourish, and that seed will blossom. Like I said, the mustard seed blossom into that big branch where others can perch on it and can be a restful place for everybody.
Well, my friends, I want you to be encouraged. Be encouraged to be the best person you can be. Sometimes they say, well, you're just like your mother, or you're just like your grandfather was. That may be so. Pull all those great points and add it to your great points so that you can just shine and soar. But to you who may be so discouraged, so down, where you just are hurting so bad, you don't want to make it, you don't want to even be an example for somebody else, I'm encouraging you to pray about it. I mean, sincerely pray. Tell God that you're hurting and you can't see any way to keep on going because you've been left behind. And he will come in and soothe your heart and give you the will to be able to make it. So yes, I miss you, I miss you, I miss you. But I'm so thankful that I'm still here to be able to press on a little while longer. Stay tuned.
I just want to thank the Lord today for all that He's done for me and my family. I really miss my mothers and my grandmothers today, but I do rejoice in knowing that I have two great sons of my own, and that I'm doing by them what my mothers and grandmothers did by me. So have a blessed day to all out there.
My grandfather was such an impact on my life. He was that father figure that I needed, and I think that every young man needs in their life. He gave me the work ethics that's required in today's society. He taught me to take care of family first. He taught me how to be the smartest person in the room, no matter what. And more than anything, he taught me how to love, in his own subliminal way. Ernest, Chico, Belmont II. My grandfather, my hero, someone I always loved. One day I hope we meet again. Love you, Pops.
Have wealth and beauty. Have wealth and beauty.
You know, it's not all about you. Give, and it shall be given unto you. Give unto the Lord the glory due unto his name. Worship the Lord in the beauty of holiness.
It's just me thinking again. Hey, how often do we think about those little things that are in the back of our mind that's keeping us preoccupied and we can't seem to go any further? I had a wise elderly lady tell me once, reconsider what we're eating opposed to what's eating us. By saying that, she was letting me know that there are many things that are going on in the back of my mind that I keep putting in the back of my mind, but it's controlling everything that's going on in the forefront. So if we could go back and settle some of those little things that we probably have power to settle, we'll be able to get a little further in life. We'll be able to engage more in the gifts that we have. We'll be able to dream more. We'll be able to envision that destiny that God has planned for us. So, as I said before, stop worrying about what you're eating and concentrate more on what's eating at you. This is Brother's Keeper, and it's just me thinking again.
We are destined for greatness.
In times like these, you need a Savior. Yes, in times like these, we need Jesus because of the weights and cares of this world. But I tell you what, when you accept Jesus as your personal Savior, it just makes everything that much better. It makes life easier, and it makes our journey to our destiny so much smoother. Grab hold to Jesus, smile, and you will shine each and every time. Go on and walk.
We are